The problem with being a victim of a circumstance, ladies and gentlemen, is that you have no power, no responsibility, and you cannot take initiative to change the situation if you are a victim of a situation. You must put yourself in a position of power which says, even though this situation is not what I wanted, I am still taking full ownership and responsibility over the situation, which then in turn gives you what? It gives you power to do something about the situation. Biggest problem that most human beings have, I don't care what the subject is, black, white, young, old, male, female, is that when they get into a situation that they don't want, you immediately start thinking about who or what is responsible, and the who or what is not the person in the mirror. That is a problem. That's flawed logic. That's a flawed way of thinking. Anytime you get in a situation that is not to your liking, actually, even if you get in a situation that is to your liking, you should always ask yourself the same question. What did I do or not do that led to me being in the position that I'm in right now? You should always ask yourself that question, even if it's somebody else's fault. Even if it's somebody else's fault. You go into a business deal with another person and they end up snaking you and stealing money from you. You should ask yourself the question, what did I do to end up in this situation? What did I do or not do to end up in this situation? What did I see or not see to end up in this situation? Any person who's going to take full ownership and control over their lives is always asking themselves this question. I'll give you an example from our current president, Donald Trump, as a matter of fact. Before he was president, this is probably like 2011, 2010, something like that. When he would be on social media, he would be on what used to be Twitter, and he'd just be on there talking shit about people like he always did. But one of the times he said the following. He said, anytime I'm facing a challenging situation in business and things are not working the way that I want them to work, I always ask myself the question, what am I pretending to not see? What am I pretending to not notice? What am I ignoring here